This is the Social Builder audio diary. This is episode 2 or 3, I don't remember, it's been a while. But we're in the month of April, and it's been kind of crazy and hectic too at the same time. Like the business part of Social Builder, still figuring that out as I go. But also, like what I'm quickly learning is, like, you gotta constantly like be in it. Like for me right now, as the only person in the business, it's like gotta do the creative part, gotta create. Also gotta do the business part, which is selling and like getting the name out there and just creating relationships. I don't want like a gazillion projects and a gazillion clients. I just want like really good clients, which is going to help Social Builder, which is going to help me get to my main goal, which is start something amazing, which we'll get there when we cross that path. But, you know, the past couple weeks have been quite amazing. And I say that in a way because there's just so much to talk about, and so many details and so many important conversations that I've had with Amanda and just people that have really invested a lot of time with, learning about them, really getting on a relationship where it's beyond business. And that's kind of my dream, right? Working with clients and people and collaborating with people beyond just business and money and all that. I really want to create partnerships and work with people that we can mesh with and like really genuinely be creative together. And I think it's heading in that direction for sure. And I really love the people that I work with. The past couple weeks, there's been so many ups and downs, and like the negatives, even though they occur, you learn from them, or I have at least. And then like something good happens and then something bad happens. You're like, dude, what the heck? Just things that you can't really control, but then something good happens afterwards. You're like, how is this going on? But whatever, I'll take it. So first off, I have this amazing story about these jerseys that I've had for like 20 years. All right. And it has taken me about 20 years to frame. And it's not done yet. It's been in the process for like the last month. I took it to one person and they just like completely butchered it. And so I had to take it to another one. So I'll tell you a story about that once I get my jerseys. And I'll put up an image here of what it looks like if you guys are watching this podcast on YouTube. But yeah, that's a crazy story. And what I learned from that moment is just to don't really trust people the first time or second time you meet them, or even your third time. Like, you got to create that relationship, because man, that was like a whirlwind of emotion. And it's like, I don't know, it's just like emotion, having to deal with it, you know, because I was dealing with something that was precious to me for 20 years that I've had this piece of item. And there's a lot into that story. That's going to be a whole episode because it was funny as hell. But anyways, a couple weeks ago, or is it a couple weeks, or maybe last week, I did some video for a friend. They own these bungalows, and it's that time of the year for the season and people coming out. So they needed some videos for like how-tos and just, I call it best practices of staying at the bungalows, Beach and Bay Bungalows in West Hampton Beach. Check it out. It was funny. I was there for like 3 nights, I believe. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for several nights. And it was quite stressful, actually, because, you know, like in my head, I have these things planned out, and Amanda was with me, so we had like a plan going in. But then weather ruined pretty much everything in our plan. And, you know, once you actually get there, it's like, shoot, how do we shoot this? Like, there's rain, there's water, like, we're not going to be able to do what we want to do. But we made the best out of it, and we learned a lot. So like the only time we really had time to relax was when we went to grab our coffee in the morning, and then we did like a dinner every night. But in between that, there's a lot of going back and forth, butting heads, trying to figure out what the best shot is. There's audio work, like it's super windy. How do I attach this mic to myself? Like, there's so much stuff. Like, it was just like you're thrown into this fire, not by the clients, but like with the conditions that is given to you. And I guess that kind of talks about that part of the area, right? So building as well, like my friend that owns that place, he's also a builder. So like that just talks even more about like how he's building with those weather conditions. It's just like uncontrollable, and he happens to do a lot of it. And I'll share his stuff too. But it was great. It was a great learning experience with filming something with a lot of changes you can't control. I think Amanda and I did a good job. I learned the booklet with given such a small amount of time. I had to memorize these lines, and it was crazy. Amanda was a director. She was tough. But we had a good time. These are some of the videos that we did. If you are watching this podcast on YouTube, I'm going to put that up. But it was great. I think they turned out awesome. And I got pretty much like a new system set up. So just for this past like week, I had to get a new camera. And then like some of the cameras I really wanted were on back order for like months, and then it popped up out of nowhere, so I bought that. So I had 2 cameras. I had to get a new drone because the drone that I had to return to my work, my old job, which they don't use anymore. They don't use actually any of the equipment, I don't think, that I returned. But so I was like, how do I capture everything I want and then also like make it like my cinematic feel, my journey into filmmaking, and hopefully potentially like get to a stage where I can create documentaries and film. And so that's like my focus with a lot of my work right now. Like, how can I show my artistic value on top of my knowledge in a particular industry? And so it's been fun. Like while we were at the bungalows, we would film all day. There's so many challenges with these cameras take up so much of the memory card. It's like high quality, super fast speeds. And so like my computer was so slow. So I literally woke up at like 3 every day watching YouTubes, trying to figure out how to edit while we were there. And by the time I left, and it was almost too late because I wanted to edit the content as soon as possible. But the time I left, I was able to like figure it out. And I was like, wow, like this is nuts. So now I'm on a journey to make things a little better, like find my own voice through film, really taking in a lot of the information and not letting it also get in the way of my creative thoughts. But yeah, on top of that, I'm starting to do these vlogs, social builder style. I stopped by at John Henry's. He owns Row Home, and they're doing a project in DC. So I stopped by, said what's up, took some video for his accounts and social content, and then it was also cloudy that day. I believe that was on Monday, and then Tuesday, I might be getting my days wrong. Sorry, man, I haven't gotten much sleep and trying to figure out a lot of stuff lately. But yeah, on Monday we went to see John Henry. We also stopped by one of Amanda's projects in DC, which is looking really good. And then yesterday it was pouring rain again. I was with Pitch Pine with Jesse, and like I love visiting Jesse's projects because Jesse's so cool, man. He's like that friend / like older brother that's just like cool dude and relaxed. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, go for it. Figure it out. But like, like when I go on his projects, it's crazy. I walked in on one project and it was just like everything was demoed clean as hell. I don't know how he does that. Keeps his job sites clean. But I'm looking around. I was like, dude, like this is crazy. There's holes in the wall. The floorings doesn't look good. Probably has to dig massive hole in the basement, and I'm just like looking at this really old structure in Capitol Hill. I'm like, how the hell does he just transform these crazy structures into something great and livable and unique in his own way? It's remarkable, man, and I really enjoy working with him. But these are some of the clips. It was challenging because is Row Home, the row homes is super dark. As Amanda would say, lighting comes from just like the front of the home and the back of the home. Sometimes, unless that home has like, an end unit, then there's tons of different lighting. But man, that's where the light source is. So when you go in there, you have minimal lighting capabilities to work with, and I don't really like bringing in light sources. I love working with natural light, and I love working with what I have, but I'm still learning about light and all that stuff. So imagine this, like there's so much to know. I can't figure it all out. Hopefully down the road I bring all these amazing smart people that can figure it out and be this asset for Social Builder. But right now I got to figure out this craziness and this journey of mine. But I can't complain. As I'm looking forward to it and looking at my notes and thinking, where is this going to go? I have no idea. But I just know I'm having fun doing it, and I'm going to do it until I go broke, pretty much. Like, I do not want to work in a corporate setting. I don't want to work like as an employee for a company. I'll work with them as a partner in some capacity, or an ambassador. But man, like I have so much control over what I want to accomplish, so much time back. And like, if I fail, it's on me, which I don't really think about. I just pursue. Like this past week or last week, I turned down an opportunity to work with a brand just because, I offered a proposal and they wanted something else. And for me, I'm looking for long-term partnership, not just like, yeah, we need you here. Like, it wasn't really consistent with what I wanted. So, but it's okay. Sometimes it doesn't work out. So I had to say no. It was like the biggest no that I probably had to say. I was like, man, are you stupid? But at the same time, it's like, nah, I know what I'm worth, and I know what I'm able to offer on the table. And a lot of times, like, brands forget, like, I don't just do video. Like, my thing is not social media. I talk to people, I connect. There's so much that I do that is not tangible. But once you bring me on, the results over that long term, you can kind of see how that affects the business and the people and the morale too. But that's just from my perspective, that I like take pride in really providing a really great product at the end of the day, results. And I'm a risk taker. If you tell me no, I'll be like, all right, cool, man. Like, I'll go figure that out some way or another. It could be crappy, but I'll figure that out somewhere along the lines. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's next with Social Builder. I may have an intern. Actually, no, I will have an intern at the end of May, which I'm excited about, to just being able to like bring in, her name is Amira. But being able to bring her on and kind of show her the ropes, and I don't want to restrict her in any way of her creativity, but we do have a plan for Social Builder that needs to be addressed and be laser focused on. But at the same time, like, I never had an opportunity to manage a team, but if I did, I think I would instill just a different mindset of like a more collaborative environment, and hopefully Amira on board. It's going to teach me a lot about how to work with people, and also how to figure out what she's good at, what she doesn't want to do, and really help develop her skills. So by the time that she's done with me, she could go out and like really understand some things. But she'll be with me, I think, from end of May, hopefully this summer. Then she's going back to school. But yeah, this is the audio diary. This is the journey, that this crazy road. Every time I wake up, I just know that I'm happy that I'm not on anyone's time except for myself, and I get to work with my wife, and I get to really enjoy what life has to bring, and I really mean that. And I think slowing down time has done me really well. When I was working for a company, it was always like, how much can you get in? How long can you work? But at the same time, it's like, you don't get any more money on however hard you work or how late you stay up to finish something. Like, you're capped no matter what. And so for me now, it's like, dude, like, all the work that you're going to put in, you're going to reap the benefits of if you do good work. and you're also gonna reap the negatives if you do a crappy job. But I'm okay with that, and we'll see where this takes us. And I'm really glad if you're listening to this. I appreciate you. Thank you for kind of joining the journey with me, because it is kind of scary. It was scary like back in December, but now it's April, and I'm just like, I got nothing to be scared of. I got nothing to lose. Like, no one can tell me what to do, and I'm just like here for it, and I'm vibing. So I'm still alive, as Amanda says in the background. But yeah, I appreciate you. Check out my channels, check out my friends. We got some big things coming, hopefully, if time allows me to work on a couple things. But the partnerships are open, man. I'm looking to partner with brands and people to help create content for them, but also like I want people to like sponsor what I'm doing. Like, I'm gonna travel around and meet with builders, creatives, designers, architects, places, and I need sponsorships. So please, if you're interested, if you like what I got to offer, you like my vibe, come hit me up, talk to me, and we'll see how I can be that missing piece for your strategy in one way. But keep smiling, be social.